Welcome to this professional training video on mastering Saudi Aramco GI 8.001 Safety Requirements for Scaffolds. If you're an HSE lead or inspector, this is designed just for you, to arm you with the knowledge to keep everyone safe on site. Picture this: workers high up on scaffolds in a massive industrial setup like the one you see here. Safety isn't just a checkbox, it's life or death. Let's get into it. First up, aligning with Aramco's zero-tolerance safety culture. So, we're going to understand the administrative and technical requirements of GI 8.001, define roles and responsibilities for scaffold design, erection, and inspection, master the Saudi Aramco scaffold tagging system. That's the red, green, and yellow tags. Identify those special scaffolds that need a structural engineering review, and ensure 100% compliance with the Scaffold Safety Handbook, or SSH. At the end of the day, it's all about zero incidents and zero injuries. Safety first, always. Next, certified personnel are the backbone of safety. Let's break down the key players. The scaffold supervisor, certified by Saudi Aramco. They have to be on site during all erection, alteration, and dismantling activities, and they hold full supervisory authority over the craftsman. Then there's the scaffold inspector. Also certified by Aramco, they do independent verification of safety and compliance, spotting hazards, and making sure scaffolds meet design and tagging requirements. Scaffold craftsmen. These folks are trained and qualified, handling the erecting, altering, and dismantling. They must wear full-body harnesses with shock-absorbing lanyards at all times. And the proponent, that's the facility owner, responsible for providing authentic Saudi Aramco scaffold tags and reviewing plans for functionality and access needs. These roles, they're the foundation of keeping things safe. Moving on to visual communication, the tagging system. This is how we make safety crystal clear at a glance. Red tag, danger, do not use. It's for scaffolds attached during erection or alteration, indicating it's unsafe, and only for scaffold craftsmen. Green tag, safe for use. It's complete and fully inspected, meets all GI 8.001 and SSH standards, and valid for a maximum of 14 days. Yellow tag, harness required. It's missing components like guardrails, so 100% tie-off is mandatory and again, valid for up to 14 days. All tags must be signed and dated by a certified inspector, no exceptions. Now, engineering precision for scaffolds over 12.2 meters. Mandatory plan criteria here. Height threshold, required for all scaffolds exceeding 12.2 meters or 40 feet. Special scaffolds, mandatory regardless of height. Components must include structural drawings, design loads, material specs, and a completeness checklist. The review and approval process. Proponent review, verified for job functionality, access, and clearance. LPD review, loss prevention department checks for conformance to SSH requirements. Submission lead times, standard plans, 2 weeks prior. Special scaffolds, for weeks prior. Precision engineering keeps these tall structures rock solid. High-risk scaffolds require CSD structural review. Special scaffold criteria from GI 8.001 Section 2.22. Scaffolds exceeding 38 meters or 125 feet in total height. Cantilevered scaffolds extending more than 3 meters or 10 feet. Platform area greater than 30 square meters or 320 square feet, supported by or hung from existing structures. Scaffolds supporting loads greater than 240 kilograms per square meter or 50 per square foot. Scaffolds supported by or hung from wind girders or roofs of floating roof tanks. And any other scaffold as specifically requested by loss prevention or LPD. Mandatory, CSD structural engineering review and signature required. These are the high-risk ones. We don't take chances. Proactive hazard mitigation before erection. Start with the joint site survey. Must be conducted by the proponent, the work permit issuer, and the scaffold supervisor at the exact job site location before any materials are moved. Hazard identification. Check for overhead power lines and maintain required clearances, identifying nearby excavations, debris, or moving machinery. Ground conditions. Ensure firm, level foundations capable of supporting the maximum intended load, with mandatory use of base plates and sills or mud sills, as per SSH requirements. Work permit verification. Issuer must verify that the scaffold plan is approved by LPD/CSD if required. No permit shall be issued until the site is deemed safe for erection. This is all about spotting trouble before it starts. Continuous supervision ensures structural integrity. Certified supervision. A Saudi Aramco certified scaffold supervisor must be present at the job site during all erection, alteration, and dismantling activities. 100% fall protection. Craftsmen must maintain 100% fall protection when working above 1.8 meters or 6 feet. Use of full-body harness with shock-absorbing lanyards is mandatory. Material integrity. Inspect all components before use. Damaged items must be marked with bright orange paint and destroyed immediately to prevent reuse. Structural stability. Ensure all bracing, ties, and guys are installed as per the approved design. Scaffolds must be plumb, level, and securely anchored. Supervision like this? It saves lives.
Rigorous. Inspection is the final gate to scaffold safety. No scaffold is safe to use unless it has been properly inspected, tagged, and documented. Before any worker climbs, an initial inspection must be carried out by a certified Saudi Aramco scaffold inspector. This inspection confirms full compliance with GI 8.001 and the Scaffold Safety Handbook. Safety does not stop after the first check. Periodic re-inspection is mandatory every 14 days. Each inspection tag must be signed and dated by the inspector to remain valid. Inspections are also required after specific events. High winds, heavy rain, structural changes, or any incident that could affect stability trigger an immediate re-inspection. Finally, documentation is critical. Inspectors must maintain accurate field logs of all inspections. Only authentic Saudi Aramco scaffold tags with SAP material numbers are permitted. Inspection is not paperwork. It is the last and most important barrier between safe access and serious injury. Safe access to scaffolding is a non-negotiable requirement. Access and egress must be provided using internal ladders, stair towers, or ramps only. Climbing on cross braces or structural members is strictly prohibited. All access routes must be safe, unobstructed, and clearly defined. Planking standards must be met at all times. Every working platform must be fully planked. Gaps between planks must not exceed 25 mm. Planks must be secured and extend between 150 and 300 mm beyond their supports. Guardrail systems are mandatory for safe working platforms. Top rails must be installed between 0.95 and 1.15 meters high. Mid-rails and toe boards are required for green-tagged scaffolds. Guardrails must withstand a minimum force of 90 kilograms. Good housekeeping protects everyone. Platforms must be kept free of debris and tripping hazards. Tools and materials must be secured to prevent falling objects. Clear walkways must always be maintained for emergency egress. Safe access is not optional. It is a basic requirement for zero incidents and zero injuries. Eliminating fatalities starts with hazard recognition. Most serious scaffold incidents are preventable when hazards are identified early and controlled immediately. Incomplete guardrails are a leading cause of falls. Missing top rails, mid-rails, or toe boards are unacceptable and require immediate red or yellow tagging. If the protection is not complete, the scaffold is not safe to use. Overloading platforms is another critical hazard. Scaffolds must never exceed their intended load or design capacity. Overloading can cause structural failure and sudden collapse, putting every worker at risk. Unauthorized alterations create hidden dangers. Only certified scaffold craftsmen, working under direct supervision, are permitted to modify scaffolds. Any unauthorized change is a serious safety violation. Poor foundations can destabilize the entire structure. Settlement, undermined base plates, or missing mudsills must be identified and corrected immediately. Ground conditions must be checked daily to ensure stability. Hazard recognition saves lives. Saudi Aramco maintains zero tolerance for safety violations. Every hazard identified and corrected brings us one step closer to zero incidents and zero injuries.
Finally, safety is a value, not just a priority. Compliance with GI 8.001 is mandatory for all Saudi Aramco projects and personnel. If it's not safe, don't do it. If it's not right, fix it. You have the authority to stop work. Our collective goal is zero incidents and zero injuries. Every worker returns home safe. Zero tolerance. Zero incidents. Thanks for watching this training from the Saudi Aramco Loss Prevention Department on safety requirements for scaffolds. Stay safe out there, and remember, safety is everyone's responsibility.